So I recently let go of cigarettes and weed for good. I don't see any reason to go back to cigs ever. And weed, I don't really see any reason to smoke weed ever again either. I mean, I never really thought I'd say that. You know, like you grow up and you're all about smoking weed and you're like, I'll smoke weed forever, man. It's the best thing. And like it is for a period of time. But I don't know, man. Your priorities change later on. And smoking weed holds you back from your spiritual growth, you know? Smoking things and consuming drugs and stuff is like just reaching for something to make the moment more than what it is. And so that alone is a step away from your own fullness and your own spirit that you are, because the spirit that you are is fullness and it is wholeness, and there's no need to alter that in any way. It is complete. You don't need to alter completeness. And smoking weed just kind of perpetuates you altering your completeness, and it's just not necessary for some. I guess I can't speak for everybody, but for me, it numbed my mind, and it had me like not being the best me that I could be, and not living in my fullness, dude, and not living up to my full potential. So I really had to like reevaluate what I was doing and make a new choice. And so, whew, it feels so good, dude, to have let go of that for like a good amount of time. And I'm feeling a great change in my life, and I'm feeling a lot more free and a lot like I'm getting deeper in myself. I'm getting deeper into what I really am and who I really am. I'm connecting more easily with the spirit that I am. And weed was just like distracting me from connecting with my spirit. I mean, if your goal is the God stuff, if your goal is the Christ stuff, if you want to be the fully realized God human, then you're not going to get there smoking weed. You know, I'm sorry to say. I'm not really sorry to say. It's just kind of the way it is. You know, ascended masters don't smoke weed. Like, they may have named Buddha after Buddha, but Buddha didn't smoke the Buddha, in my personal opinion. And I think that's a fact. Like, you know, I wasn't there. What do I know? I'm just a doctor. But I doubt Buddha was smoking Buddha, dude. And Jesus certainly wasn't smoking weed, man. Ascended masters aren't reaching for something to alter their consciousness. And just weed and drugs and stuff, like slowing down your mind. I know for me, like, weed had me kind of dull. And like, you know, somebody who's on point is sharp, right? They're on it. They're coming back with their thing. Pow, pow, pow. And weed had me like sedated and like dull in my reactions, dull in my thoughts, dull in my retrieving information for whatever's going on in my moment that I might need that information for. And all around just like dumbed down. I don't want to live like that, man. That's not who I want to be. You know, I want to be the fully realized me that I can be. And smoking weed is going to sedate me and dull me, so it's out. It's not a part of that equation. And it took a long time to realize that, dude. And you know, it's like, I don't know what it is about it. You just love it, you know? You love the taste, you love the smell, you love that beautiful plant. It's a gorgeous thing. And all the varieties, dude, and it smells so nice. It's just the most gorgeous, like, plant in creation for all of its infinite uses. The fact that hemp can save our world in so many ways, you know, like biodegradable plastics and oil or fuel for our cars, and all of the amazing medicinal benefits, not just from smoking it, but from ingesting it, and not to get high, but like, you know, the hemp benefits, like the benefits from hemp seed and hemp oils and things like that. I mean, the herb really is like the miracle plant, and we really do need to utilize that in our society in many ways, but that doesn't mean that we all need to be blazed all the time, you know? And I'm not saying everyone doesn't need to be blazed all the time. Maybe there are people out there who should be blazed all the time. I have a friend who like really needs it for pain, and he's an old dude, and he's been shot up in the wars and stuff, and he's like, body is falling apart, and he kind of needs to smoke herb like every day to just medicate himself in that way. And I support that. Go for it, dude. I am a perfectly healthy young individual. I don't need to medicate myself in any way. I don't eat aspirin, dude. I don't like take medications, man. I don't need to smoke weed. Weed is a medicine, dude. I don't need to be medicated. I'm fine. You know, my brain is sharp. My body's fine. Everything's on point in my life, except when I'm getting high all the time. Then I'm off point, dude. Then I'm like a dull blah, blah, blah. So it's like, you know, different strokes, dude. Everybody's got to choose for themselves what's right for them. And, you know, people know if they are the type of person that needs to smoke herb all the time, and they should. And it's not our place to judge whether they do or don't, or should or shouldn't. You know, like, we support people in their thing, whatever that is for them. We release judgment. That's our goal. If I'm judging you, I'm judging me. How I see you is how I see myself. So my goal is to see you as spirit. And if I'm judging you as being anything less than the immortal spirit and as the divine, force of life, then I'm seeing myself as something less than the divine force of life also. And that's unacceptable. To me, I want the God stuff. And God sees everything as an expression of itself. Jesus Christ saw everyone as an expression of God, as the light of the world, dude. Jesus saw God consciousness in every person and chose to focus on that aspect of them. And in that focusing, they were healed. And in that focusing, they were divine beings. And we are invited to share that with one another. And that's what I want for myself in my life, dude. I want to share that with others. I want to see everybody like that. So I'm grateful to have finally let go of weed and cigs, dude. Forget about it, man. You want to be killing your body with cigarettes? What was I thinking, dude, for so long, man? Off and on, too. I, smoked in high school a bunch and then quit for, 3 years and decided I wanted to smoke again. Smoked for a couple years, quit for, a couple years. Just riding this roller coaster of cigs, dude. It kept bringing me back and forth. Because, that idea is alluring. Oh, a cigarette. It's, nice, dude. It's relaxing. I can chill back and smoke this cig. This is all right. And we're smoking organic tobacco, rolling it up in raw papers. I'm digging this ritual. And I was digging the ritual, man, for a while, dude. And then it's addicting on top of that. So not only do you enjoy the ritual, but your body is altered and kind of craves it and fiends for it. It's a messed up cycle, dude. And then you're giving all this money to these tobacco companies who know that they're killing you and don't care and are all about it. It has you more addicted. It has more chemicals in it that destroy your body in so many ways. And we're give me more, dude. Here, have my $7, every day. Oh my God. It's so insane, man. And I am so insane for buying into that, We're all doing it. It's gnarly. I'm amazed. I am just amazed. They're so good at it. And we are so good at just handing them our lives, Take my health, dude. Take my well-being. Take my freedom. Because you are not free if you're locked into that kind of a thing. If you're addicted to anything, you're not free. And I'm with you, dude. I'm addicted to all kinds of stuff. If I don't have mate in the morning, I'm not with local honey, I'm going to be bummed out. If I don't drink spring water, I'm going to be bummed out, If I'm not eating organic fruit and vegetables, I'm going to be bummed out. I got my list of addictions, man. I'm not that cool with it. And I'm doing my best to let it go. I'm doing my best to detach from needing it, detach from having a negative emotional reaction if I don't get it. So for me, the key for quitting those things was a choice in my mind that my health, my well-being, my God stuff is more important than smoking stuff, dude. It's more important than maintaining my addictions and maintaining my patterns and maintaining waking up and having tea and smoking a cig and coming home from work and smoking a cig and smoking a bowl and watching something, being entertained, eating a bunch of snacks, waking up, smoking cigs, having tea, coming home from work, smoking cigs, smoking bowls, eating snacks, watching stuff. That is robotic behavior. And letting that go has been so incredibly liberating. And shortly after that happened, I'm at the spiritual gathering that I go to every week where we all meditate for 20 minutes and then we give each other whatever inspired spiritual messages come through us. And this lady, for me, she was like, I see this robot leaving your body and being free. And I'm like, whoa, man, that's amazing, dude. My robotic behavior, my perpetual cycles that just kept going on and on, gone. A few days after I made those choices, that is pretty awesome. And I'm grateful for the confirmation that you're on the right track, dude. Not that I needed it. I know I'm on the right track. I feel better. That tells me I'm on the right track. And that spirit message, though, is just oh, what's up. So encouragement for others to quit smoking cigs and weed, man. I'm not one to say what you should or shouldn't do, and I don't really care what you do or don't do. We're all on our way home. It doesn't really matter. You're not going to get there, so, blessed be to all paths, at all times, in all ways, whatever. And if you want to enjoy the ride a little more, do your best to, make the choice for what's best for you. How much is your well-being worth to you? And what are you willing to do for it? That was, the choice that I made to let go of cigs and weed. And every time I quit smoking cigs, I mean, I quit smoking cigs for extended periods of time on multiple occasions. And every time it was like a choice. Like, I don't want to smoke, dude. It wasn't really that much of a battle for literally a day or two. It was like kind of challenging. Every time I would have the impulse that I would want to smoke, I would have to remind myself of all the reasons why I don't want to smoke and take a few deep breaths and like, what do I want to do, man? Do I want to breathe or do I want to die? Do I want to breathe or do I want to fucking sit down and do nothing? Like, cigs had my body sedated and I wasn't as active as I want to be, as I like to be. So I want to be active. So if I take a few deep breaths, that reminds me of what I'm going for and why I'm choosing not to smoke in the first place. And, you know, if you can talk yourself into all the reasons why you don't want to smoke, then it'll make it a lot easier to let that go. So, dude, I encourage you, man. I'm with you. I believe in you. You could do it. I did it. All kinds of people do it, man. Like, you know, the tobacco companies got us by the balls, dude. By the ankles, man. Hanging us over the ledge. Like, we do not need to give them our power. That is silly. And we can. You know, as I said, it does not matter. Blessed be to all paths. And, you know, the power's in your hands, dude. They only have power because we give it to them. So, I honor you on your path and your choices. Good luck to you.